Paula Show is on. The Paula Show. Come on, one and all. I extend an invitation to the Paula Show. Join in the conversation. Transforming behavior, recognizing our Savior, overcoming hurdles, achieving dreams. Together we can succeed.
Oh, it's a beautiful night on the Paula Show. Thank you for watching us. Tonight, it's an exciting show just for you. And we are on CTV Channel 2 on Tuesday nights at 9. And there's a rebroadcast on Sundays at 1. So you can watch the Paula Show twice. It's important that you continue to support the Paula Show because we aim to inspire, entertain, and transform behaviors. Now tonight, it's a very interesting topic. We are speaking about living single. So, is it fear of loving? Is it contentment? Or is it just that people who choose to live the single lifestyle are just selfish? They don't want to share their love with someone else. These are the discussions on the Paula Show tonight. And I see Josette already laughing. But we'll be coming right back to Josette, Pastor Daniel, and Denfield Hastings, and my beautiful audience on the Paula Show. We'll be right back. Divorced people, unmarried people, and just lots of people are choosing to remain single. And tonight, we want to speak with two singles about living the single lifestyle. I have Denfield Hastings on set with me, and you're still single up to tonight.
Yes, I am.
You better be, because you're talking about single lifestyle. Josette Gilliard, still single?
Yes.
Loving it?
Yes.
Doesn't look so. Pastor Daniel, single?
Oh, certainly not. And I'm not going back there.
You don't wish to be single sometimes?
Never.
Never?
No.
I don't feel the same. Sometimes I feel like I just want to go back for a day or two.
That's fine. And I respect that about you. But
Yeah.
I'm not going back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it easy. You don't have to sound like that, so aggressive.
I'm just expressing my innermost feelings.
Well, thank you very much. Okay. Being single has its perks and its drawbacks. Are you single because you might have had a troublesome relationship in the past?
No, I'm single because of choice currently.
Yeah.
Yes, I choose to be for this moment in my life single.
What's this moment, the next 5, 10 years?
No. Next
Oh, okay.
This moment mean next 2 years,
The next 2 years.
couple months. Well,
Interesting. I want to come back to you to find out how you prevent yourself from falling in love. Josette, are you single by choice or?
I am actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
I know you have a very unusual career. You're a mortician, and I suspect that some guys might run from you because of that.
Yes, they still do run, but that's all right.
All right. You don't think you've met the right person as yet?
I could have. I'm not sure if I did.
But you would
But-
have lost out on an opportunity for love.
Yes, I would have. For me personally, I believe that I need to meet someone which I fully embrace all the negatives. I think that was my struggle. I believe the few persons I've met, their negatives, their issues that they brought to me was overbearing.
Oh.
And I personally wasn't ready to embrace those.
Oh, Josette, what are the characteristics you're searching for
Well,
that you haven't found as yet?
It's no one characteristic, really. It's a collaboration of a lot of things.
Yeah.
A man must be very supportive, one. He must be, of course, a man of God. All right? At least pray. He must be financially stable, I'm sorry. Because, I mean, if you're not financially stable, honestly, you will be a burden on me.
Right.
But I think that I'm looking for a young man or a gentleman, whoever, basically with his finance.
So he has to come with some
He
money.
has to come with his finance.
Pastor Daniel, you don't seem to be too happy about that.
I really don't have a problem with, that's her ideal, and everybody must be respected based on their particular ideal, and that's just her, and I just have to respect her for that. The bottom line is that that person may have a number of other things that draw her, except for that one thing. She will weigh in the balance whether or not she wants to go along with the others and fit in that, or she will still stick out to what she stands for. It's just what she desires.
Do you think you guys are too selective?
In a sense, yes.
But
But
then
I
if you-
figure once you have an ideal, I mean, no one is perfect.
Right.
No one is perfect. But you must have an ideal of the person that you're looking for, the characteristics. And you're not going to settle for stray far from that basic characteristic that you're looking for. You will give and take. Don't get me wrong. We will give and take. But the fact remains is that you must have this standard form of what I am looking for.
Sounds like a job. You know, you have a job and you have the job description. But tell me,
Interview.
are you a bit too selective?
I need to be.
Ooh.
I say that because, again, I want to stress on negatives and issues, because I believe a lot of us, I can say us, including myself, we look at the nice things about that person. And I believe we should more focus on, and I may be shoot down for this because a lot of people wouldn't think like this, but look at what are the negatives that you're willing to live with. What are the issues that she may have that you're willing to embrace? What are the
But
things?
bear in mind that while you're thinking of my negatives and what you're willing to live with, you're not perfect. And you have some negatives too that will be brought to the table. So I have to be willing to live with
Yeah,
these
yeah, so
negatives
it-
too, right,
yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Okay.
So it goes vice versa. I think.
Please say that.
It goes vice versa. I think if you want really a good, successful relationship, you must be willing to live with those negatives from both parties.
You like that trend of thought, living with the negatives?
But I don't want it to overpower the positives.
positives, yeah.
They are realities, and we
Yeah.
must take them on board. I actually wondered a little bit earlier if he was a praying man. We have two single persons here. If we might be able to work up something.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
But generally, again, I love balance. And in as much as he's thinking about the other person's negatives, he must also bear in mind that the other person what he think about positive in his own life may be a negative for the other person.
Exactly.
So there must be balance.
For me, I always liked tall guys. He must be handsome. Definitely handsome. Josette, I'm in your corner. He must be financially secure.
Is it a reason why you want to secure a financially stable guy because you like to shop? Then I think that would be rather selfish.
No,
in a
but
sense.
listen, I need you to be financially stable. For the simple fact is, if I am single and I'm treating myself well, I buy the best things, I look well, I smell well, I wear the best clothes, I give myself a certain level, a certain quality of things. If you want to be with me, be prepared
Exactly.
to pay the bill. And the bill
In
is,
some instances.
the bill is, this is how I am.
You're not happy with that response? We'll be right back on the Paula Show. It's getting heated on set. Stay with us. This is right back. So we're on the Paula Show tonight. Like me on Facebook, the Paula Show. Send me an email at thepaulaszowtv@gmail.com. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the Paula Show TV. Tonight we're discussing living single. Is it because of fear of loving? Is it because you're contented? Or you might just be very selfish. So we're talking about now the drawbacks of being single. You guys must be lonely. Must be lonely. Everybody needs somebody. Why are you looking at me like that, Josette? Aren't you lonely sometimes?
Because you're right. Everyone,
Oh, well, thank you.
everyone do need somebody. But the fact remains is that when you have gotten to a point where keeping your own company doesn't get you bored, you find things to do. So loneliness is not top priority.
So you find things to do like what?
You watch TV, you read a book.
It is not the same. You guys agree?
It may not be the same, but what's the sense of actually maybe going on a date and he won't even hold a good conversation? Might as well stay home and watch TV.
Because at least Downton Abbey. Who watches Downton Abbey on PBS? Why you are looking at me like that?
What?
It's a good series. I like it. You know, sometimes y'all make me feel so badly. Who watches SUV, that one there?
Yes, I do. Law and Order.
CSI.
Law and Order.
Y'all like killing, that's the problem. There's no murder on Downton Abbey. It's just a bunch of British people behaving prim and proper. What about that is so bad? So tell me, when you're lonely, what do you do?
I grew up as the last child, sadly.
So you were always lonely?
No, I was always.
I'm just asking.
I'm accustomed to be by myself. I
As
grew
the
up.
last child, they
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
spoil the last child, ain't it?
Well, not when you're the guy. You know, growing up as the last child, last boy child, I found comfort in being alone, playing with myself, you know, having fun.
Playing with yourself? Playing with yourself is not a good thing to say on the Paula Show.
Hey, bye.
Playing by yourself.
Playing by myself. Sorry.
All right.
Playing by myself, like
All right.
playing with toys.
That's just a joke. Yeah.
Forgive me, playing with toys.
Yeah.
You know, by myself.
Yes.
So being
Nice.
lonely was something that it wasn't new.
Right.
But now as you get older, as you're more responsible in life, and you know you do need that break from everything that is your commitment,
Yeah.
something that is you know you live forward every day. You need that break, you need to go out and have fun. So yeah, I do get lonely, and
Okay.
my concern is not having that particular person that I can call up on and say, hey, what are you doing tonight? Hey, can we go out? You know, being lonely, that's one of the disadvantages.
But 1 second, even in marriage, some people are lonely. So, I mean, being single and lonely, it's not strange.
You
is
can
it?
be in a crowd and lonely.
We could be
Even
all
though
seated
even
right
though you're
here.
not alone, you can be lonely. So loneliness is not for single people alone.
Right.
Loneliness is for everybody. You can be in the same bed with the person that you love to death and be lonely.
But
Because
that
of-
is not.
No,
Wow.
because of circumstances. There are times that you are shoved in a corner that sometimes not even the closest person to you can talk to.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
just reality.
That's not so comforting to the engaged couple that are still holding hands on set at the Paula Show.
It's good that they will find out. You don't try to impress them with anything. Let
Let them
find
go.
out.
They will find
their
out.
feet will touch the ground when they do
Yes,
this.
indeed. Okay, jealousy. Do you ever feel jealous, when you see other people in love and look as if everything is going well for them? You know, and I would want something like that. Do you ever feel that way as a single person?
Well, actually, no.
No?
No, for the simple fact is, I don't know how they met. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what their relationship is like. Why be jealous of something you don't know anything about?
That's the same way
Yeah.
you
It doesn't
feel?
interest, I mean, I don't know you. It doesn't interest me. I'm not jealous.
Okay, but one of the other drawbacks would be casual sexual relationships. You're out on dates and you feel pressured to become involved with your dates?
You see, there's a difference. Being out on a date is different from casual sex encounters. All right? We don't mix both. Because being out on a date can be me and a friend or someone that I see interest in, and I go out and see what he's about.
But you do agree that sometimes people go out on date and they find themselves...
Entangled?
Yes.
Because that was the ultimate goal.
I don't think so. Sometimes things will happen.
Really?
Don't you
Things don't
think?
happen unless you want it to happen.
Yes, things do happen, but again, again, I would want to agree with her. It's what you would have left home sometimes with the intention, and again, you must have some values about it that is not compromised by anything or anyone. You don't. These are my values, and no one crosses those lines. If you don't have those, you'll always find yourself in an area, in a tangle that you did not intend to be.
Do people question your sexuality because you're an adult, so to speak, and you don't have a serious girlfriend, you're not in a stable relationship? Do people think you're gay?
No.
No?
They
You know,
think...
you can't know what everybody thinks.
No, but they
Well,
so
most
so you
people...
don't know.
well,
You don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
No one came across
Right, okay.
with that thought. They, however, think that I am not concerned about my future
Okay.
with regards to having a wife. They more think I'm focused on ultimately myself.
Selfish.
Ultimately myself. And think that, okay, after achieving everything, then you want to settle down and...
But a lot of guys are like that, you know. I say, why are you not getting married? Oh, I have to build a house. It's going to take a while for you to build a house. You don't even have a job anyway. When are you going to start saving to build this house? So you know what is happening? That girl needs to run, please. But there's some people who are thinking that single people are cheaters because they date multiple partners. By the way, do you believe in people dating multiple partners?
Again, you must first of all define what is a date.
Josette did. She says there's no sexual encounter. It's just you going out. Holding hands, Josette?
Not necessarily. You don't have to. Don't hold my hand.
Just don't hold your hand?
No, why are you holding my hand? We're not that involved.
But it's so two people going out on a
So
date
that
and
if
stiff?
No, but if I go on a date with 6 people, that means I'm going to hold 6 different people's hands?
No, but it's just you and the person.
No, that is not part of my date.
So now that she's defined it.
No, I could define it, you know, but I'm just saying we have to have an understanding of what
So
is
what's
a
a
date.
date to you?
To my mind, a date is somebody that you're going out with to learn more about the person. You are having an evening with somebody's company and you are sharing good thoughts. It does not have to be that you are intending a relationship in the first place or even having anything sexual.
Yeah.
You could just be out with somebody and having a casual, good evening with somebody who is of the opposite sex.
And that person begins to fall in love with you. And you're not necessarily interested in the person.
Right, if you observe that and you don't have the same feeling towards the person, in all fairness, be honest with the person. And say you didn't intend
And hurt the person's feelings? Have
Well,
you...
it's better to hurt her today before it gets hurt her down the road.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
That has happened to you?
My perspective of dating, because we're not from a society where dating is
Exactly
per se
like
accepted,
America.
we
Yeah.
see it as such a wrong thing. But dating is, I think, well, to me, is put in place so that you can actually go out with this person. I am meeting you. I need to know about you. We see if we have the same ideas. See if we have the same passion for different
physics,
chemistry.
maths.
We got to put the pieces together in the puzzle. But if there's a missing piece, you're not for me. Not just one missing piece, but if there are many missing pieces, it's just not for me. Because, I mean, there are things that people do that may turn you off.
Let's stay with
And
dating.
second date.
Let's stay with dating. You're out on a date and you're at dinner. The bill arrives. What do you expect?
Him to pay for the bill. But
You guys expect him to
There's-
pay?
yeah, but there's a difference. There's a difference because in the dating arena, I can ask you to go out on a date as well as you can ask me. Now, if I ask you, I pay the bill, which is not a problem. But if the second time, I still have to pay the bill.
Even though you ask.
Eventually, sometime
more
during that
dates.
second date, I will let you know or ask you, is there a problem with you taking that bill?
A lady asks you that. Would you date her again?
If it's a problem if I take the bill,
Uh-huh.
Is it a problem with you paying the bill?
You would date her again?
yeah. I mean,
Wouldn't you think she's too aggressive?
no, no. I offer you to go with me. I just think it's common.
But if a girl asks you
if
out,
she asks me, if she asks me,
There's a difference.
yeah, I do
There's a
think
difference.
I do think she can probably front the bill then.
I don't know what you're thinking at home. But whether I ask you or you ask me, I expect the gentleman to pay the bill. We're on a date, pay the bill. We'll be right back on the Paula Show. Stay with us, please. Dr. Daniel, when we were exiting the second segment, I said, whether I invited you out on a date or you invited me out on a date, you need to pay the bill. And you were looking at me as if you had something to add, but we had to go to a break. What are your thoughts on that? I'm sure you agree with me, my learned friend.
You are sure?
What are your thoughts?
I would like to ask you a question in return.
Oh, boy.
Let's take, for instance, for some reason, I'm
Yeah.
usually a guy that has money. Suppose for some reason a crisis came and I could not afford it. Are you saying because of that reason we can't go on a date?
I'm saying you should have money saved.
So, okay. I
Use a credit card.
I have
Use
been-
your credit card.
I've been married for 21 years.
Yes.
And I do know, with all the money you have, sometimes there's a patch in your life that a child's education, sickness, or something can draw your finances.
Okay, if it's one time, I might be inclined to pay. But it cannot be a trend. It cannot be a trend.
Again, generally, as a man, we do appreciate paying the bill. But also in the same vein, we appreciate from time to time that the bills are paid by the woman, the lady. We appreciate that
Remember,
too.
we're single.
It doesn't
So
matter.
if you can't take care of me
No, I can take care
while
of
we're
you.
single, how do you expect me to feel
No,
getting married to
I
you?
can take care of the bill all the time. Except for you have, as I said, crisis or something of that sort. In life, there are times that you and I may go out, and I might be always paying the bill, but it just might be an evening when I'm not able to. I will leave, go home, thinking, once I'm not able, I'm going to be in the cellar. I'm not sleep in no cellar for nobody.
Look,
So when it comes to that,
well then, if you're not able to pay, let's not go out. Let's wait until you're able to pay, right, guys? Joseph.
no, man. So can't we enjoy a moonlight? Can't we
Well, you know
enjoy empty pockets? Can't
Well,
we
let's
enjoy
not go
each
to a
other's?
restaurant. Let's just walk on the beach. Let's just do something that
Yes,
doesn't
but that
require
sounds like
money.
sense. Don't tell me we can't go just because we don't have money.
Joseph, you're dying to say something. Are you agreeing with him? You have anything to say? At that point?
I must commend the pastor. Good points. We share the
Well,
same
this is what
sentiment.
males do. They agree with each other. I don't understand why we ladies are always fighting against each other. The men agree.
I am not saying that the gentleman should pay the bill all the time. But if it's
Most of the
5
times.
dates, you must pay 4.
Off 1.5.
I don't have a problem with that. I can
There
appreciate
is
that.
one time when I'm going to say, you know what? Let's go out. And you may say, but I ain't got no money. I say, it's all right. Allow me to say, it's all right, I got you.
But
you know what I think? You're a good girl today.
All right, let's talk about some of the perks of being single.
Kind of make this personal. if
Yes.
you say perks of being single, I travel a lot. I'm always up, and it's a good thing for me to get up and leave. Right?
You don't having to be
yeah, I
accountable
can,
to
I
anybody for
can,
your time.
I can pretty much. You tell me, hey, check in for 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I can just get up and go. Now, having a committed relationship now, I feel at times I may have to not even not tell, but someone asks if I can, leave.
You have to discuss.
Yeah, and
you were
discuss and all
telling
that.
me that somebody told you at 2 o'clock that you have to catch a flight for 4 or 5 o'clock. Boy, it sounds as if you're going to meet a girl. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the perks for me personally, being able to get up and leave whenever I can.
Speaking with a young man earlier this week, he said that he doesn't like people invading his space. He's a neat freak, so he wants to remain single.
Those are exceptional guys. They're exceptional. So you'll find exceptions in every case. They're not in the majority.
Thank God.
And I praise God that for them not. I don't want to be like them.
You want somebody living with you?
What do you mean?
For obvious reasons.
Lots of reasons.
Josette, I spoke with a girl earlier this week. She says she wants a husband badly, but local guys are too bad. It's true? It's true. Okay. She said that.
Local guys are too bad.
That's what she said.
That's a very broad statement. For example, the characteristics of a man that makes him bad is worldwide. I think all men have the potential to be bad, as well as women. But nevertheless, for her to say that, it's kind of hard, because it depends on what you were looking for. Maybe the men that you date are bad. So you need to change your
Maybe something about
criteria
her, yeah.
of the men that you want to date.
She wants a husband.
Yeah, but you can't just want a husband. I mean, are you ready for a husband? You see, a lot of us being single think that we are. Personally, I'm not.
You're not ready for a husband?
No, because as you said about space and time, and I'm very selfish about my time.
You're
I have a son.
enjoying your singleness.
I have a son, and I think my and a daughter that I adopted, and I think my time is for them at this point. So it's not that you don't need a man, but I mean, where you gonna fit in? I hope with the little square that you get, that you will.
So he's
take.
not a priority right now.
I'm sorry, you must come self-confident, eh? Because if you want me to take you as a priority, I can't. I'm sorry.